I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't tell me that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, it's great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my light beer from Miller. I love them. These fans know I drink light because it's less filling and it tastes great. Good seats, huh?
We're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I must be in the front row.
Come on.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer and less.
Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag. He missed the tag.
The voice of summer for the rest of time. Spring training has arrived. Audio courtesy of our friend Bob Euchre at Miller Lite.
There you go.
What is up, Wisconsin? Happy Hump Day. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht.
Hi.
Inside Wisconsin Sports, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We made it. It feels like it took forever, ladies and gentlemen, but we're here. I love Brewers season, and it starts today. Pitchers and catchers officially report to Arizona. The physicals, the staff, the baseballs, the gloves. We've made it, and it feels good.
Yeah, glorious. Glorious. It's a page turner. Let's go.
I usually boycott snow from this point forward. You do that?
Yeah. I prefer to do that as often as I can, usually. But
well, kind of hard during the rest of the winter, but when March hits typically. So it's a little early, but I try really hard not to shovel or snowblow anymore. It's spit me in the ass. Specifically like 2018. I feel like we got 18 inches of snow here in Northeast Wisconsin. Roofs were collapsing on pools at hotels. I mean, it was the real deal. And I was like, I'll wait till the end to do that. We'll just let all that fall.
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
It's just the one time.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's the case. That was apocalyptic for like 3 days. All right, let's play catch up. Let's change it up too, shall we? Brewers first.
Brewers.
Okay, get your goosebumps ready. This piece of audio came out over the weekend from the Milwaukee Brewers, and the title, You Made It.
I reached out to Pat Murphy last night.
That was nice.
They're talking about the secret sauce. Do you have the recipe? Sweet pickle relish, Bryce Terray. Little lemon juice, let's add it in. Andrew Vaughn. If you want some treats, how about Sal Free-Lick ice cream? Sal Fly. Jackson Churro.
Jackson Churro is a dessert.
You want some buttermilk?
Yeah.
That's Christian Yelich.
You know who will punch you in the mouth? William Contreras.
I used to get the chocolate swirl ice cream, and I used to want to smear it all over my face. Christopher Jacob Mizorowski be filled with a bunch of nastiness. You know who's walking away with gigantic stuffed animals? Quinn Priester. Show your teeth. Here we go. Get the skillet ready.
Yeah, minus that Caleb Durbin part there at the end. They made that before the trade, but Let's go. The rotation starts to take shape today, Josh. Pitchers and catchers report, and it is a bit of a free-for-all this spring for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have the rotation figured out or who's going to be in what spot, where, when, how. But what they do have figured out, and we'll talk a lot about this later in the morning mind dump, they announced yesterday, the Brewers, that the TV streaming options are now out, and it's very simple. It is very simple. If you are listening to this radio station over any FM airway in the state of Wisconsin, Duluth Superior, Green Bay in the Fox Valley, Wausau, Milwaukee. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as you're within the state of Wisconsin. All you got to do is go to brewers.tv, buy the subscription. It's $99.99 for the entire season, which is a savings, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
MLB.tv or whatever it is that's running this. That's fantastic. One-time purchase, $100 rather than what is FanDuel? $40 a month?
I don't even know. I don't know what specifically it is. I'm still one of those old guys that has cable. I'm out here waiting to find out if I'm getting this package or not.
Yeah, what cable do you have? Cable and satellite, you're in it.
DirecTV, like DirecTV.
Yeah, they that was part of the original announcement, was that you'll get it over the cable and satellite packages, and there's a streaming option.
Right, they just haven't said like what channel put out that list yet. But yeah, it's going to be out there.
The number. That's what you mean. Right. You're not sure of the number.
Old guy me going, what number do I have to put on my TV?
I don't have numbers on my TV anymore. That's a thing of the past.
Yeah, it's just apps. You're living in the app world.
Yep. YouTube TV says ESPN. Click. Nailed it. All right, on to the Badgers.
Badgers.
Oh, the men's basketball team had a night, but you take a back seat, Badger boys basketball, because Badger women's hockey wearing Team USA jerseys. That's the story from yesterday. And Badgers made history.
16 straight goals after the only one they've allowed here in Milan. Edwards moving in. She scores! Layla Edwards, after hitting the post twice earlier in this game, has her first Olympic goal.
That was historical, Josh. Layla Edwards, a forward for Wisconsin hockey, power athlete, made history yesterday as the first Black woman to not only compete for the U.S. women's Olympic hockey team, but she also scored the first goal ever in the Olympics as a female Black athlete. Fantastic.
I mean, incredible. And how awesome and lucky is it for us that that historical moment now gets to forever also be tied into the state of Wisconsin. Incredible.
It doesn't surprise me. 3 degrees of cheese, man. It doesn't matter what it is, where it is, or why it happened. You can steer it back to Wisconsin in 3 degrees or less. Eat your heart out, Kevin Bacon. That was not the only time Wisconsin scored for Team USA yesterday. Kirsten Sims added one, and so too did Caroline Harvey.
Here's Haley Wynn for Team USA. Caroline Harvey, in with a shot, score! 1-0, United States. Second goal of Milan for Harvey.
There was one more piece of history from that game for Team USA yesterday. It was the first time that Canada had ever been shut out in the Olympics. How do you like me now? What a day yesterday for Team USA.
I mean, it was literally I just wanted it to mean more. I was like, oh, this team is crushing. I think they're 20 on goals, 20-1. 20 goals scored to 1 allowed so far in the preliminaries. And they're the top spot, obviously, as they should be. But, I mean, I was like, okay, good. Get this team to start playing for some medals. Let's go.
Was that the end of the Badgers' success yesterday? Oh, no. Badgers beat number 8 Illinois. Here we go.
Okay. He missed it. 5.7. Wagler. He's been the superstar. Wagler for the win. Wisconsin has won in Champaign for the first time in 7 years.
Kirsten from Green Bay in the 920 says, I have questions. Why do basketball teams go for a 3 when tied at the end of regulation? Like at the end of the Badgers game right there, they had the ball, Illinois did. They had time, and they took a 3 to win it instead of going for a field goal to tie it. Well, the answer is defense, Kirsten. Wisconsin put up a massive D that they only had a chance to shoot a wobbly 3 at the end, and nonetheless, it misses. And in overtime, the Badgers 92 and number 8 Illinois 90.
Yeah, I mean, that was, first of all, that win for the Badgers basketball program, we talked about it after the controversial loss to Indiana with the call that some people saying should have been a no call. for the Badgers to come back and get that win, that comeback win, being down by like almost, I don't know, 17. I mean, huge statement win for UW.
The Badgers hit 16 threes last night against Illinois and only turned the ball over 4 times. That'll get it done. Nick Boyd, 25 points for the Badgers last night, 19 in the second half. Jonathan Blackwell, 24. Austin Rapp, 18. The Badgers have now won 8 of their last 10. Could be 9 if we didn't get screwed by the refs. And they moved to 17-7 overall, 9-4 in the Big Ten. Let's go, Bucky. On to the Packers.
Packers.
I mean, there's not much this time of year, so we're grasping at straws here in regards to some audio to play. But then we found Jordan Love talking smack about the Bears over the weekend. He's ready for them no matter what time of year. Here he is on Up in Adams.
Do you want Chicago early next year?
Early?
Yeah, like
it don't matter when we get on. I'll be ready for him.
Oh my God.
Early, late, mid, pre, post. Don't care. We're ready this time.
Seemed like he's already fired up.
We were ready the first time.
Yeah. I agree. Then this is second and third. And yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
On to the Bucks.
Bucks.
There's your update.
Yep.
They're at Orlando tonight. They lost to Orlando a couple nights ago. Slow and steady wins this race. We're all scratching our heads in regards to the Bucks right now. Are they tanking? Are they not? Are we trying to build around Giannis? Are they waiting? It's a weird, rare time as a Bucks fan because typically we care, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
But even you as a major Bucks fan are going,
Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to fan. Usually I'm saying, don't tell me how to fan. Right now, I kind of wish that someone would. I'm trying to figure it out. Am I supposed to be saying win? Am I supposed to be saying lose? What's the goal? I'm not sure what the goal is right now for the Milwaukee Bucks.
You play to win the game.
Do you? Do you right now?
Unless you want a lottery pick. No,
right.
You don't.
Unless you want to rebuild.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Tough one for Marquette last night. Had it in the bag and then let them go. We are who they thought they were, or whatever that said. Villanova 77, Marquette 74. Villanova closed on an 11-2 run late. Marquette led 66-57 with 6 minutes left. But turnovers and Nova shot making flips it. And at the end of the game, it was absolutely brutal for Marquette. A chance to tie. And they barely got a shot off that was blocked in their face at the 3-point line. And if you're my oldest son, you didn't handle that well. And then the Badgers go and do what they did shortly after Marquette. And let's just say that's when the fight started. Because you, in his mind, can't like the Badgers and Marquette. You can only like Marquette or the Badgers.
Yeah, I've forever been confused by that as like casual fans in the state. I get it if you went to one school, right? Maybe there's a little bit of a rivalry. But otherwise, Wisconsin pride, just have pride in the state, no?
Not for him.
Okay.
One of his best buddies is a big Badgers fan. He talks a lot of crap when the Badgers win.
All right.
And so my 15-year-old son said, well, screw that. I'm going to be a Marquette guy just to hate on you. Well, that's not going well this year.
No.
And then last night happens where Marquette barely gets a shot off, to which my son says, that is so shocking smart. This is what we do. I mean, just losing it at the end of the night. And then Wisconsin beats number 8 Illinois in overtime, and that's when he went to bed.
I mean, no offense to him, but I mean, I'm glad the Badgers did what they did. But I wish that Marquette would have came away with the win too. That would have been awesome.
One more win to talk about. It was not gold, but it was silver, and that's a big deal. The Corys in Italy won the silver yesterday in the mixed doubles curling event. We talked about that yesterday. Their home ice is in Duluth, where you can hear us on 7:10 a.m. The game in Duluth Superior. Here is an amazing piece from Corey Dropkin. Corey Dropkin emotional after the match.
Oh, man, yeah. This week's been a dream. Just had a blast playing with Corey. Just all of our supporters here, having the family and all our friends in the stands has meant the world. Didn't quite show up as sharp as I needed to, as we needed to. And, that's why they came away with the win. But we had an amazing week. Man, we're on the podium. We're Olympic silver medalists. A lot to smile about. There's tears of joy and a little bit of sadness, but lots of joy and just a blessing this week's been.
Man, tough to watch. It came down to the last stone.
Yeah.
I watched it live
Me
yesterday. I think I had a 1:00 appointment. I had to leave at 12:46 or something like that. That's right when it ended. Tough. I mean, Corey had self-admittedly some bad shots in these last few rounds. And yesterday, is it called a shot? Is it a slide?
I think so. That's what I think is the funniest thing about this, right? Is that, and Rami on 9 to Noon yesterday was getting just obliterated from the Nick Law fan talking text line, saying that he doesn't watch the Olympics. He doesn't understand why people care. And I went, yeah, I understand that I don't watch curling every year, every season, if curling even has a season. But when it's the Olympics, I get into it. I have no idea the rules. I don't know the specifics of it, but it's representing our country, and these athletes, this is everything for them, is these moments. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm going to tune in. I'm going to watch this. But I watch it going, oh, come on, that head, having no idea what's supposed to be happening.
Right. Yeah, there's curling it in a specific way and trying to get it on the button, but not hit it out of the zone. And I no idea what was happening, but fun to watch.
Like, I think it was like the second time that the U.S. was the hammer, and they only got 1 point. They only came away with 1 point. And I was like, you can't have 2 back-to-back hammer rounds where you only come away with a point, as if I have any idea what the hell I'm talking about.
And the best part was they were yelling commands at each other, our friends from Duluth, in pure English. And who they were going against yelling commands, not English.
No.
It was like, no idea.
Did it matter, though? Clean! Go! I was like,
girl, clean.
I was like, I don't. Yeah, just listen. Just do what they say.
Corey Dropkin was sweating his ass off at the end of that match.
Well, I think you'd be too.
B, a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, congratulations to them on a historic feat still. But man, I'm with them. That sucked. Really wanted them to come away with gold.
The Nicolay Law fan talking text line 414-677-1250. Is anyone from the radio station going down to spring training this year? Tim, maybe? Tommy? Doing their show from American Family Fields of Phoenix? Jeff from Fox Point is inquiring. I am working on it.
Oh, are you?
I'm working on it. There's some plausibility I might be there for a week. And if my wife is listening, that's the first she's heard of it. So
okay.
You let me know how.
Yeah, we call that a preliminary plan. It's in the early stages.
Didn't see the Badger game last night, but the Badger fans should be happy. They seem to benefit from a few calls, unlike last weekend. Funny how that stuff evens out from the 920. The 920 says, Jordan Love is so funny. This person, am pessimistic about beating the Bears. A lot of work to do. Annie in Oconomowoc, Marquette has played so many of these teams well, but just can't seem to close it out. The 920 says, Trevor, being a Marquette fan, I know your son's pain. Last night was tough to handle. Every night, we're all in the living room together for the most part. He stayed home sick from school yesterday, so he wasn't allowed to play on his games. And so he was forced to sit in the living room with his parents. Oh, the agony.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
And I'm sitting there doing show prep work like I do every night, and he is screaming at the top of his lungs at the TV. And I'm like, bro, and I'm playing audio and trying to find stuff for the show. And he's like, will you keep it down? Oh, like, can you not? And I'm like, I don't think you understand.
That's amazing.
Not happy. You watch it because they're extremely good athletes at their sport in regard to the Olympics from the 920, but yet they'll always go back to do their normal jobs. One of them is a lab tech, I believe. Imagine being at the highest end of Olympics on TV, and then you're just back at your job a week later. That's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's crazy, especially when you find out how much time and dedication to any of these curling, doesn't matter. Pick your Olympic sport. The amount of time and dedication it takes to be able to be an Olympic athlete. It's like when you're not working, that's what you're doing. More than sleeping, you're training and you're perfecting your craft. It's nuts.
Do they still go on Wheaties boxes? Is that a thing?
That's a good question. I think so. I want to say that there have been a few. Yes. Wheaties are still a thing. Come on, right?
See, that wasn't very confident.
Well, I mean, I'm not buying the cereal. I don't know.
I can tell you Cheerios and Cinnamon Toast Crunch are. That's what's stocked in our house
on
the
there
regular.
Go.
Up next, I have questions. This is a celebratory day.
Mm-hmm.
Pitchers and catchers report to spring training. Baseball season is here. What other days like today feel like that celebratory sports day? What other days on your calendar do you have marked as a major Wisconsin/sports holiday? We want to know your takes on that. Plus, what other questions you may have from last night, whether it's the Badgers upset or the curling or Jordan Love talking or hockey. We know all. So get them in now so we can Google them in the break.
There you go.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text Line. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Let's go. I'm fired up today. They're probably not there. Well, maybe it's 6:30 in the morning. No, it's 5:30 in the morning. They might be there. The Brewers, pitchers and catchers, they might be getting ready. Physicals, filling out the forms.
Yeah, maybe.
Brewers spring training has officially begun as of today. Sparky will check in with starting pitcher Chad Petrick at 5:30 and first baseman Andrew Vaughn at 6:40 tonight on Hot Stove Weekly here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network from 5 to 7 tonight. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht. We are inside Wisconsin sports, and we are answering your questions.
When things just don't add up, Trevor and Josh ask the hard questions or just point out how messed up stuff is.
I only have one question.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious. Do you view this season as a failure?
You asked me the same question last year.
What's the most important question the Badgers have to answer Saturday?
This is a great question. Oh my God, this is a great question.
It's time for I Have Questions on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
414-677-1250. That's the Nicolay Law fan talking text line. 414-677-1250. Today should be a national holiday. We shouldn't be working. Spring training officially begins. The Brewers, pitchers, and catchers report to the American Family Fields of Phoenix, Arizona, as spring training begins, which feels like it's celebratory. And so our question this morning, what other moments in sports seasons, whether it's in sports in general or here in Wisconsin specifically, do you wait for and celebrate like a mini holiday? 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law fan talk and text line. Josh, what jumps out to you?
I have two, and they run into each other. So first is March Madness. The first day of March Madness.
The Thursday or the play-in games?
No. Not the first four. Not the first four. The actual first day of, you need to have the multiple TV setup, basketball from lunchtime till bedtime. That day is like the first one where I cannot wait for that day. And that leads into what to me is like the biggest, yes, it's here day of the year, and that's opening day. So opening day of Brewers baseball, that home opener, I call it like the first day of school. And some people will be like, why is that? No, you want it to be the last day of school. No. You're forgetting how the first day of school is. It's the first day of school is so much fun. Your parents just bought you new sneakers. You got new shoes for your first day of school. You got your hair cut. You look good. You get to see all your friends that you haven't seen, everybody. There's excitement. There's no homework or anything you got to worry about on the first day of school. It's just, yay, I get to see all these people. It's a changing of the time. That's what I say opening day is. I get to see everyone that I used to work with at the team store, everyone that I still know that work with the Brewers organization. I run into other Brewers fans that I've known forever that are there. And it's like the end of winter. It's like opening day is here. The sun is out. It's time for spring and summer. It's the best. I absolutely love opening day.
It's the tailgating is hit or miss. Sometimes it's in the 30s and sleeting. Other times it could be in the 50s and sunny, but it's opening day nonetheless. You power through.
Yeah, I feel like even if it's not warm, it's not winter. I don't remember the last time it was like, there was that day it was really bad, but it was like rain. It wasn't snow. It was just like windy rain, terrible. But it still wasn't winter. It felt like, okay, yep, this is spring, but baseball's back.
Yeah, pass me a Miller Lite.
That's right.
Everything's going to be just fine. I hear you on the Thursday of March Madness, and this year I will be at a spot called Puckers, Puckers, in downtown Gatlinburg, Tennessee on spring break. And it's a blast, so I can't wait for that. My youngest son and my wife will go and do whatever they do, and me and Rhodey will sit in that bar for a solid 6 hours. Okay, not really. Solid 8 hours. Probably.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The whole day, just pick me up and roll me into bed when we're done. That's all I need. Selection Sunday used to be a really big day, but I feel like the internet has ruined that. tip of the iceberg. Yeah, I know. The internet ruins a lot, especially in regard to sports and spoilers and all those things, but it's not as eventful as I think it used to be, even though we still look forward to it.
See, I compare Selection Sunday to today. It's the preview of the day I can't wait for, right? So, like, the day that pitchers and catchers report, like, I'm not in Arizona. I'm not there. It's the symbol of what's to come. That's what's exciting for me about today with pitchers and catchers reporting. That Selection Sunday gets me excited for what's to come on Thursday. That following Thursday gives me okay, I'm going to start filling out my bracket and seeing, what analysts and whoever bracketologists predict who. Pitchers and catchers report today. It's okay. Here we go. Let's see who's showing up, who's going to make a name for themselves leading up to opening day. Today, just like Selection Sunday, is that preview day.
I also think the day the NFL schedule gets released is kind of a holiday.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You try
too.
really hard to see when we're playing who, what are the home games, what are the away games, what away game are we hopefully going to try to make a trip out of it. And this year, I wonder if we're going back overseas. And I hope to God it's not a home game.
Yeah, right. Does the first day of training camp get you at all? That doesn't do anything for me. I don't know why.
Have you been there though?
Yes.
So it's an eventful day because it's the first bike rides when the whistle blows and the horn sounds and the Packers run on the practice field. I mean, it does feel, you can feel the energy of the NFL season starting. But when you live here, you see these guys year round. Like OTAs will be in April and mini camp and all those things. There's constantly moving and shaking over at Lambeau Field and the Don Hudson Center.
Sure.
So it's not like a major event here, even though the energy changes for sure. But there's a lot of people that come into town for training camp. So it sure smells like football on that day. The other one that was top of mind was the Daytona 500.
Ooh.
That is a big deal for NASCAR fans.
Oh, yeah. It's
when I was younger,
Masters,
we went,
right?
That's the start of the golf season, essentially, right? The Masters. And there's really good ones on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, 414-677-1250. Daytona 500. I was at a bar, this is moons ago, probably 15 years ago, here in Green Bay, who you drew a driver, and then you got free tap beer when that driver was in first place.
Oh, wow.
And the goal was if they're leading for a lap, you slam whatever beer's in front of you and you get a free one. When the wheels fell off for me, pun intended, was when my driver was in first place during a red flag.
Yeah.
I won.
Yeah.
And then I lost.
Yeah, you got free beers for a while.
Yep. And
that's a dangerous game.
They lost money. And I lost memory.
Yay, racing.
Yeah, that's normal, right? 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line. The best day in the 414's world, Phil, in Germantown, when the Memorial Championship in Fountain Hills, Arizona happens. It was actually this last weekend. Usually kicks off the Disc Golf Pro Tour season. Let's go, baby.
Wow.
The fishing and gun deer season openers, Brian and Krivitz, the fishing opener and the opening of the 7-day gun deer season. I think it's 9 days, Brian, here in Wisconsin. That's a big deal. Annie, March Madness for sure. The 920, I actually celebrate with some cocktails for Selection Sunday, then a couple days to ramp up for Thursday at 11 to start March Madness.
Preach, baby. I'm so excited.
Pete in Mesa, Arizona. He's from Stratford, Wisconsin. He says it's pitch dark out here in Mesa. They're all probably still getting Dutch Brothers coffee before getting to the ballpark. Let us know if you guys come out here, by the way, for spring training. We will, Pete. We'll let you know.
Yeah, you'll hear about it.
There's a vote for the Daytona 500 from the 920 and another text. The opening day of gun deer season for me. I lost my dad in 2022. It's still very much a special day. I agree. And Josh, I know you're not a hunter, but that is a day that you look forward to. You plan for, especially when the kids are at ages where they get to join me like they did this past year.
Yeah.
It's an awesome time. And I can't wait for them to be of age later so we can sit down and play cards and probably not go hunting in the morning because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I have plenty of friends that are hunters, and they all, I mean, yeah, it's their holiday. You know, they can't wait. They're all giddy, excited. They get all the camo out and pack the trucks, and they're all very excited. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I'm all about it.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law fan talk and text line, talking about today being a feel like a holiday in the sports world, with Brewers pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training and the Major League Baseball season officially off and running. When we come back, we'll chat again about women's hockey. Team USA dominating and including a bunch of Badgers, which is phenomenal. Keep your questions coming in. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Joining us at 7:15 today, Jeff Levering to talk Brewers and Brewers.tv. Doug Gottlieb at 8 o'clock, a Would You Rather Wednesday. So much more on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Good morning, Wisconsin.
It's time for
The most electrifying
sound of the day.
The most electrifying
On Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Brought to you by Best Electric. Learn more at bestelect.com. Don't stress. Connect with the best.
Here's Haley Wynn for Team USA. Caroline Harvey, and with a shot, score! 1-0, United States. Second goal in Milan for Harvey. Quickly up the right side, puck deflects off the skate of Murphy. Murphy gets to it, centering pass, score! Belka! 2-0, United States. This is Murphy towards the net, battle for the puck. No signal yet.
After video review, the puck completely crossed the goal line. We have to put goal.
It's a goal for the United States. Harvey flips it back the other way, onto the stick of Murphy. 3-on-2 into the Team Canada zone. Murphy, Belka, score! United States with 16 straight goals after the only one they've allowed here in Milan. Edwards moving in, she scores! Layla Edwards, after hitting the post twice earlier in this game, has her first Olympic goal. This will be the third straight shutout for the United States, a shutout streak of over 211 minutes.
And that montage of the U.S. women's hockey team kicking Canada's butt is the most electrifying sound of the day, brought to you by our friends at Best Electric. Remember, no job is too big or too small for Best Electric. Don't stress. Connect with the best. Call them today or visit bestelect.com. Woo!
Absolutely love this song and love that it is Team USA's moniker. When they score a goal, out comes Freebird by Leonard Skinner. It actually started with USA Hockey's World Junior team in late 2024. They chose Freebird because it is A, recognizable, and B, just a banger when it comes to USA rock and roll. And you hear it a lot with Team USA right now.
Man, I mean, it just felt, especially after you see what happened with the curling team and them not being able to get the gold. And then you just go, oh, man. And then you see the women's team just obliterating not just any team, Canada, and just kicking the crap out of them in hockey. It just always feels good. It just always feels good.
Hey, Canada, hold my Labatt Blue. Hey, we've got some work to do. Caroline Harvey, Kirsten Sims, and Layla Edwards, 3 of the 5 goals yesterday for Team USA by Badger hockey players. There's actually 6 Badgers on the team, 4 current Badgers, 2 Badger alums, including Hillary Knight. She's the captain, the face of the program, if you will. We mentioned it at the top. Layla Edwards yesterday for Team USA made history. And, of course, it connects us back to Wisconsin with Layla. She's a Badger, and she is the first ever Black woman to compete for the U.S. Olympic hockey team and score an Olympic goal. Congratulations to Layla Edwards and Team USA. All right, Josh, so what's next for Team USA?
So they're the top seed. I think there's still some preliminaries, but then they're going to start like the next round as they go on. I don't think they play any more preliminary games, which good. I mean, they've just beat up on everybody.
Well, good for them, I guess. Yeah, so USA Italy Friday, February 13th, 3:10 Eastern, 2:10 Central. That's a quarterfinal game.
Correct.
And then the semis are on Monday, February 16th. And then the bronze medal game is Thursday, the 19th. Pish, posh. The gold medal game listed as TBD on USA Hockey's schedule page. So stay tuned. The next, week and a half-ish or so should, knock on wood, bring Badger Olympic gold back to Wisconsin. Just so fun to watch, knowing that there's a bunch of Badger hockey players stuck with the team in a good way. 3 of the 5 goals yesterday off the sticks of women Badgers in Team USA. So the news was announced yesterday that Brewers have figured out their TV deal. We're going to go over that ad nauseum in the morning mind dump coming up at the top of the hour. And we also want to know how you feel about it. Is it confusing to you? Because there was a moment that it was confusing to me yesterday. I think I've got it figured out now. And of course, we'll talk to Jeff Levering about that and Brewers pitchers and catchers reporting coming up at 7:15. The morning mind dump, where you get things off your chest and out of your head. Text us 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line, or call. We're happy to throw you on the air and listen to your morning mind dump Wednesday edition as you see fit. Whatever you got to get off your chest and out of your head so you don't carry it with you for today. A lot of positive yesterday. Maybe the morning mind dump is 100% optimistic and positive. Unless you're a Marquette fan.
No, yeah, I was going to say. But I will say this. If you are a Badger fan, I mean, you got to be on cloud nine today. I don't know what else you could ask for. You got to see the women's women Badger hockey team completely be in the spotlight. And then this amazing comeback win against Illinois in Illinois. First time they won there in 7 years. And against a good Illinois team. I mean, incredible. Just absolutely incredible night for the Badgers.
After the game, Jonathan Blackwell went on TV on the broadcast and, surrounded by his team, talked about what this team has going for them, and it's exciting. I think that loss against Indiana pissed some people off.
Yeah.
As it should have.
Might have been a spark.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I wish Marquette could find that spark. They played so well last night against Villanova and carried a lead late in the game, and then
That's the frustrating thing. I feel like they're starting to put some stuff together here at Marquette, but you'd love to say it's going to be good for them to build on for next year. But we know that the college basketball landscape changes year to year. And so who knows how many of those players will be here next year or what the team will look like. That's the frustrating thing if you're a Marquette fan.
Yeah, it's a frustrating thing if you're a college athletic fan.
True.
It's just the way of the world right now, and it's hard to watch. 414-677-1250. Wins fix everything. The Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line. The morning mind dump is coming up next. Brewers.tv, Jeff Levering. Plus, it's a Would You Rather Wednesday. If you have questions for Josh and I, we'll get to those in the 7 o'clock hour as well. A little Would You Rather. I've got pizza on my list today.
Ooh.
I've got where do you snowbird if Disney wasn't the thing, because that's not fair. What type of cereal? I've got a little bit of food, a little bit of this.
You got a little bit of
that.
Everything in yours.
If
Very
you've got, my son just texted me. I knew it was coming. I wasn't sure when he was going to be listening. He needs to get his you-know-what in gear most mornings. I don't like this show. That's what he said. Well, that's a bummer.
Oh.
Because apparently you don't like food. This is how we feed our family, bub.
That's how it works.
Unless you're a Marquette fan. Blah. He's apparently still on one. Are you wearing the Marquette jersey to school today there, big fella? Or are you just going to punt on that as a fan today? That's awesome, being able to troll my kid through the radio. This is great. I don't like this show, he says.
I love it.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line. Don't forget, Hot Stove Weekly tonight here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Speaking of spring training, Sparky will check in with starting pitcher Chad Patrick at 5:30 and Brewers first baseman Andrew Vaughn at 6:40 tonight. Hot Stove Weekly, the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, 5 to 7 tonight with Sparky, Chad Patrick, and Andrew Vaughn. Those guys absolutely land some incredible guests on Hot Stove Weekly.
Yeah, it's literally can't miss radio.
Up next, Jeff Levering. We check in with him about Brewers spring training and the Brewers TV deal and a morning mind dump, wondering if you've figured out how you're going to watch the Brewers this upcoming season. We're off and running live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Is that? Oh, I thought it was Freebird just for a hot second.
Oh, it could be.
I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't tell me that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, it's great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my light beer from Miller. I love them. These fans know I drink light because it's less filling and it tastes great. Good seats, huh?
You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I must be in the front row.
Come on.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer and less.
Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag. He missed the tag.
Sounds like summer to me. Spring training officially beginning today down in Arizona. We made it, Josh.
We're here.
Baseball's here.
Yep. Hands to the sky. Let's go. Hallelujah.
Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht.
Hi.
Inside Wisconsin Sports is on your radio statewide on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network and also on your YouTube or your Twitter/X.com. We're live on the video side as well. Jump on there. Jeff Levering joins us here on the video side and on the radio side at 7:15. But first, the coffee's kicked in. Let's get some things off our chest and out of our heads.
I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me.
The coffee is kicked in. We're awake and ready to roll. Let's get some things off our chest and out of our heads.
You don't know what it's like to be me out here for you. It is an up at dawn, pride-swallowing siege that I will never fully tell you about, okay?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm in a glass case of emotion.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off.
It's time for the morning mind dump on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
You can call, you can text the Nicolay Law fan talk and text line 414-677-1250. What's something that you got to get out of your head and off your chest as we begin our Wednesday in the 7 o'clock hour here on Inside Wisconsin Sports? What's grinding your gears, Joshua?
You know, I'm not going to lie. It started when it first came out, the Brewers TV, Brewers.tv. I was like, oh, here we go. And it was the fine print of, in-network games. And I was like, yeah, right. What are the out-of-network games? How many times am I going to be dealing with not being able to watch this? And what happens if I sign up for this, but then I'm trying to watch the games when I'm on vacation and I'm not in this state? And then I kind of took a step back and I read things and I was like, you know what? This seems pretty cut and dry. This doesn't seem like it's really that there are that many factors that go into it. And it had me thinking, man, this should be kind of how it is for every team. Like, it's just pretty simple. $100, watch your team all year long.
Because that pays the bills in LA.
Well, right. Obviously that doesn't, I'm saying from a fan perspective, I think it's great. And it makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
From a team perspective, like the team making money, sure. No, that it doesn't. But from a fan perspective, I'm saying if I was a Cincinnati Reds fan, if I was a Dodgers fan, I'd still look at it the same way and just go, yep, Dodgers.tv, Reds.tv, have it just that's a good system in my head.
When the Brewers announced it yesterday via their social media channels, if you opened up their link and read what you needed to watch in order from a subscription standpoint, it was quickly confusing. Mm-hmm. It said, if you live in Milwaukee, Brewers.tv, $100, $99.99 for the entire season. If you live outside of Milwaukee, like the rest of the state of Wisconsin, you'll need something different. I'm like, time out. Why?
Right.
Why do I need something just because I'm in Green Bay or somebody's in Wausau or Madison for that matter? You need something different? I was immediately pissed. Then I figured it out.
Just like me. Then you took a breath, read the fine print. Yep.
So I looked up a map. There's a map that shows what each team's market means. Finger quotes.
Mm-hmm.
The market that's considered the Milwaukee market for the Milwaukee Brewers is the entire state of Wisconsin. That's all we got to worry about. Brewers.tv, if you don't have cable or a satellite service where you'll get it on a channel, because that's still a thing, you can go to Brewers.tv. That's where you can sign up for the subscription, $99.99. I was fine then until I looked into this map a little bit more. And now I'm pissed again. Are you kidding me that the Chicago Cubs have a portion of their home market in Southeast Wisconsin?
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not surprised, yeah.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a while. That's not good. I don't like that. I got to see Cubs gear in this studio during the season. Looking at you, Rami.
Apparently, a portion of Southwest Wisconsin is also in the Chicago baseball blackout zone, or the home market, I should say. And then, as you would expect, in the Eau Claire area, over in the western central portion of the state, they're in the Twins home territory. The entire state of Wisconsin, though, all you need to do is go to Brewers.tv, and that's how you'll be able to subscribe to a streaming service that will get you all of the Brewers games this entire season. But yeah, I saw that. I mean, I think it even gets a little worse. I feel like it's the entire border as I zoom in here. Man, is that annoying to see that. Yep, Southwest Wisconsin is a part of the Chicago home market.
Boo.
And so is Southeast Wisconsin. Ugh, gross.
I want to talk about the price point. So it's at $100.
Yeah,
this is also the first year they're doing it, right? A lot of times, like, are any concern of this being like the introductory offer? And what would be the breaking point if they raise the price next year? What would be the point in which you'd go, no, that's too much?
Well, this is a significant savings in comparison to what the subscription was for FanDuel. I feel like the FanDuel subscription is $39.99 a month. Don't quote me on that. The idea of being able to get the entire Brewers season for $100, let's go. That's a huge savings. So they could double. I'm not asking them to, but they've got quite a bit of ways to go in order for us to be paying more than what we are now.
Just basic Google search, the FanDuel Sports Network Wisconsin monthly fee is $20 a month.
$20 a month? Well, still savings, 20, 40. I was told there would be no math, but yeah, I'll gladly pay $100 for the Brewers season. That's for sure. All right, when we come back, we got to chat with Jeff Levering, 7:15. He joins us here on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Joining us now on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. The always smiling Jeff Levering, voice of the Milwaukee Brewers on Brewers.tv, we learned yesterday.
Hi, guys.
What's Lev? Good to see you, man.
I think we could just do Brewers TV. We don't have to do Brewers.tv. Even though it looks like Brewers.tv, it's just Brewers TV.
You go to www.brewers.tv /
Well, it's http://
Correct.
Yeah. Let's start with that first. Yeah. No, it's good. Brewers TV. And you can get it by going to MLB.com. It's $100. It saves you money that you would have spent otherwise last year with cable. It's cheaper than it was a year ago.
Beautiful. That's all we're looking for. So I was glad that announcement came out, and I'm even gladder, that's a word, that today is the start of spring training, Lev. Brewers, pitchers, catchers, and you report within the next week, I hope.
1 week from today. Yes, I will be at this time on an airplane flying to Arizona 1 week from today. First game is on the 21st. So we are rip-roaring and ready to go.
Lev, really quick, for people that didn't buy the streaming package from FanDuel or Bally or those and still have cable, they don't need to worry about all this, though. They're still going to be able to hear you. We just don't know the channel, right?
Correct. Yes, that's the biggest thing. So if you still have cable, whether it's or even a DirecTV or a Charter or a Spectrum, there will be a dedicated channel to the Brewers that you will be able to watch the Brewers. I'm not sure what that channel is yet. That is still yet to be determined, but you will know very, very quickly because the first television broadcast will be the 28th of February for spring training. So all that information will come very, very shortly.
What I want to know is when there isn't a game going on, what are they going to put the rest of the time? I feel like they need to give like a Jeff Levering hour, like give just your own show, like a little. Yeah, come on, we need to build some time slots here. We're building a channel.
Oh, is that
Jeff Levering?
Is that going to be the Lev Tino cribbage channel for an hour? Is that you just play cribbage for an hour?
2 to 5 a.m.
Subscribe to that.
2 to 5 a.m. You can watch the Levering cribbage game.
We'll get 4 games in an hour. It'll be great. I think if you're really struggling with insomnia, that will be your answer. Just tune us in, and you can listen to our nicknames that we have for each other.
Ooh, well, tell us what they are, because we have Vinny on tomorrow morning at 8:25. We'll bring him on with his nickname.
That's fine. Not legal for me to share.
Okay, let's not do that.
There's an NDA.
Yeah, you can bring it up, and he will tell you the same thing. But yes, you say, "Hey, what's your nickname for Jeff and cribbage?" What goes into the Excel document that we have that keeps our tabs?
Oh man!
So we're starting fresh on this because last year I think who won? I don't want to.
He got me by 1, so I won I won the first year, he won last year, and he won the year. So he's won 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. So I have to wear a T-shirt that says I lost the Lev Tino Cribbage Championship, which is still yet to be made, but we're going to make it.
Wow, let's see. We're not going to rush that.
Yeah, that's further down on the to-do list.
Yeah.
Were you surprised about the Caleb Durbin trade? That kind of came out of nowhere for a lot of us.
Yeah, it did. I think for a lot of people, I understand it. I think the Brewers traded from a position of depth. They've got so many guys in the minor leagues that are on their way that can play the infield. You know, Cooper Pratt, the Jet Williams deal, it almost made Caleb Durbin. You had the same piece essentially with a little bit more versatility in Jet Williams. So it made some sense. And you get a kid in Kyle Harrison back, who's a former 3rd rounder. He's already been in the big leagues. He's got a ton of control. I like the other kid as well, the Drowan kid. And you get David Hamilton back in the organization, who was in the organization previously, former high round pick from Texas. So I think that they dealt from a position of strength, but nothing that this team does in terms of moves surprises me at this point. They do it for a reason. I think Boston's really going to love Caleb Durbin, just like we did for the last year here in Milwaukee. And we look forward to seeing what the Brewers are going to do at third base now.
How much of the move, Jeff, do you think was made because of the fact that they had to trade Freddie Peralta? They had to move on from Freddie.
They needed more depth in the rotation, that's for sure. And you've got a guy in Harrison who's done it before. Now Drone's got a little injury issue that you have to clear. But now look at all the lefties that you have available if you're the Brewers. I mean, they've got so many lefties that you're running out there, and that some of it doesn't even include Ashby and Hall, who are bullpen or starters, and you got Gassers coming back after a full year removed from Tommy John surgery. So I think that I like the move. He could never have enough pitching, and the Brewers have proven that over the last couple of years with the starters that they've used, not including the openers. So more power to Matt Arnold and his group for bringing in a couple of good lefties.
The voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, Jeff Levering, joining us on Inside Wisconsin Sports here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Lev, what's your home run call, man? Are you committed to one? Because we've done some research here recently, trying to find some montages to put together, and whether it's you or Lane or BA, do you have one that you stick with? Because we found a many. No?
No, I mean, I think I have two. I'd say I have a consistent two. But really, I don't think about those moments going into them. I just kind of feel it. And whatever the moment calls for is what I'm going to say. I know the Isaac Collins one, I dropped an out of here. I've done that a few times. I know I do a lot of gons. So I don't really have one. I tried my first couple of years in the minor leagues to come up with a home run call, and they were so bad that I just threw them away. They're on some mini disc tape somewhere in my basement.
I would love to get a hold of that.
Good God, no. No one needs that. No one needs that in their life, Josh. Nobody. Not even me.
I do. Come on.
No.
Come on. $10 for it. I'll give you $10.
$10.
Yeah.
No
$10.
shot. You guys threw a bet on stakes for over-unders early in the offseason during a football game. $10
gotta
is
pay that
short,
off,
dude. $10 is way short.
I will say personally, what I love about your home run call is that it sounds like as you're doing it, there's a fist pump. Like it makes when it's out of here, and you hold the here, and the longer the here goes, the more I'm like, yeah, you get into it. I love the emotion and the passion that you put into it, Lev. I want to know, and I've asked you this already this offseason. I asked Lane the same thing. I'm coming back to it. Now that we have even more prospects, that's all we're talking about. Prospects are being invited to spring training. Who are we legitimately thinking we could see this year being called up out of this group of prospects? And do you think that Matt Arnold makes a decision to maybe even move on from one of these prospects to package something else together still before the season starts?
I mean, both things are very accurate. I would say that, I mean, on the pitching side of things, I'm not sure who we're going to see because you just never know. You really never know. And I'm really excited to see some of these young arms that the Brewers are bringing up in spring training this spring. I would say that the likelihood of seeing a Jesus Mate this year is slim. The kid's 18 years old. So I would think that he just barely got his feet wet in Double-A. So let him go dominate a level, and if he does really well, fine, send him to AAA. That's fine. I think that you might have a better chance of seeing a Cooper Pratt. Of these younger kids, he would be the guy that you would potentially see. Maybe Brock Wilken, maybe. I think Jet Williams is on the opening day roster, depending on what he does in spring training. But of the younger kids that everybody's so jacked up about, I think Cooper Pratt is the most likely that you would see in the big leagues this year.
Awesome.
Jeff Levering joining us on Inside Wisconsin Sports. Lev, how was your off season? I use that in finger quotes because you really don't take off very much, but how was your non-Brewers season, knowing we're starting up here soon?
It was good. I mean, I had a ton of Big Ten football. I did a ton of basketball, Big Ten basketball and Big East basketball. One Mountain West game. I was in Las Vegas last week for a Mountain West game, which was kind of fun.
Nice.
Dabbling in the Mountain West Conference. I've got one more basketball game during the regular season. I go to Nebraska this weekend. Whale of a game last night, Nebraska and Purdue, as well as Wisconsin and Illinois. I mean, there was some great college hoops last night. So I've got that game, and then again, I report in a week, and then I'm doing the Big Ten tournament. this year, which is great. So I'll have the Big Ten basketball tournament in March. So I'll have days 3 and 4, the morning sessions.
Are you doing the championship too?
Not the championship. CBS has that. So those are Saturday and Sunday. I'll just be gone from spring training for a couple of days. But it's a really cool opportunity, and covering those games, and I like those elimination types of games. So I'm looking forward to doing that.
One place I hadn't heard you is Milan. Any
No.
aspirations to ever do Olympic one way or another broadcasts?
I mean, I think it would be a lot of fun. I was watching the Olympics with my son last night and listening to Dan Hicks do the downhill, and that's cool. I don't know enough about it. I would have to really get into it and really learn it in order to do it well. One thing that I don't know if I'd ever want to do the Summer Olympics. I would love to do the Winter Olympics because I love the bobsled and I love the luge. So I would do bobsled and luge in a heartbeat.
It's interesting because when you listen to the broadcasters that do this, they're into it. They know it. And
Totally.
a lot of us fans, I don't. So like when we were watching the curling and you hear the broadcaster be like, oh, he missed it. He just needed. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, what are you doing? Come on. You need it, as if I have any idea what the heck's going on. But the broadcasters, to your point, I mean, they're in it. They understand.
Yeah. Totally. And I would have to really fully immerse myself in it to learn it that well in order to call it, because that stuff terrifies me. Getting out of my comfort zone in terms of broadcasting I don't think I'd ever be able to do hockey because I just don't know the sport well enough. I love going to watch games and being in the moment, but doing a hockey game terrifies me.
Jeff Levering, Inside Wisconsin Sports. Lev, we know we got to let you go. You're a busy cat this morning. Thanks for jumping on. We appreciate you.
You got it. Take care, guys. See you soon.
The Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Jeff Levering, the voice of the Milwaukee Brewers. Did he make you feel better about the channel that's coming your way?
Yeah. I mean, listen, Jeff's just the best. If everything, Jeff, he's 100% right. Like, it's coming. I still think that there should be a Jeff Levering show. Something. The fact that he went cribbage, if he has to fill extra time to put something on this channel, his cribbage. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know the viewership of that, but I'd love to see a little bit more of Jeff on the TV.
That's one thing I do miss about the old Fox Sports Wisconsin. All of the different programs that you got along with that, and the fishing and hunting around the state, and the features that were on that channel. It sounds like this is going to be Brewers games when Brewers are playing, and that's it.
Well, and so that's what I'm interested in, because it's still a TV channel. So when there's not a game, if you go to that channel, does it just say like, come back later? Like, what is it? I wonder what their plan is, what they're going to do.
Is it a TV channel, or is it just where you can watch the games? I think that's what I would expect, because it's not like a cable production per se. You know what I mean? They don't have other programming. This is just Brewers games. So if they offer it to you on a channel, I'm sure you'll get Brewers live, and then the Brewers game, and then the Brewers post game, and that's it. Then it just goes to thanks for watching.
I wonder if they'll like then do the replay of the games, like if it'll just be a constant loop of yesterday's game, or if they'll just kind of like the app, if it'll just put up a screen saying this program has ended, and they'll just have that up until the next one.
Kind of what I picture when you go to like an ESPN app game where I watch GB men's basketball when they're out of town. It says your event starting soon, and then your event has finished.
Yeah,
we'll see. All right, when we come back, a Would You Rather Wednesday here on Inside Wisconsin Sports. Get yours in. We want to answer your Would You Rather questions, and we also want you to answer ours. 414-677-1250. If you've got one, give us a buzz, too. The Nicolay Law Fan, Talk, and Text line. Our thanks to Jeff Levering for jumping on. Josh, he had like 4 different things today. He's on a TV station at 7:30. He squeezed us in at 7:15. He's got like 4 more. Listen, it's a holiday.
Yeah.
He's a wanted
big
man.
Day.
We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Reminder, Wisconsin pitchers and catchers reported. Therefore, Brewers spring training has started. Sparky checks in with starting pitcher Chad Patrick at 5:30 and first baseman Andrew Vaughn at 6:40 tonight on Hot Stove Weekly here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht, the Inside Wisconsin Sports program on a Would You Rather Wednesday. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line. My thoughts are Brewers baseball today with my first one, Josh.
Ooh, okay.
The rotation in regard to pitching is pretty wide open. Yep. I noticed in that read that Chad Patrick is being called a starting pitcher. So that means he's in the rotation, as is Miz and Woody, and probably, would you rather Gosser or Logan Henderson?
Oh, boy. I guess Henderson. I mean, Priester's in there, right? As well.
Mm-hmm.
I think you mentioned him. I guess I would go Henderson.
Why?
But I don't know. I think it's a coin flip. I don't really know that that's going to be one that I'm going to flip a coin now and then within 2 starts be like, get that guy out of there, put the other guy in. 100%.
We have a lot of options for sure.
Yeah. My first one here is based on your Super Bowl party, where you said you had literally every food that's ever been created.
It was.
Would you rather have all dips at a party or no dips at a party?
All dips.
Yeah. Okay. That was a test and you passed.
I want to feel like we didn't have as many dips as you might expect. We had a lot of main courses show up, which was really great. There was somebody made a full brisket.
Yeah. See, and that's when you were naming all these things, and I went, man, I'm all about the dips. Give me a taco dip, give me a buffalo chicken dip, give me all the dips.
There was a taco dip, there was a buffalo chicken dip. There was this dip that was made out of frosting and mini chocolate chips.
Oh, yeah. You got the sweet dips.
Jeepers.
I'm all about the dips.
Jalapeno type dip. Yeah, there was a lot of dips. All dips instead of no dips, though. That's 100% the right answer on that.
Yeah.
Would you rather take a check from an NHL player or a tackle from an NFL player? You want to get checked or tackled?
Either way, I'm dying. Probably the check. I'm gonna say the check.
I feel like you don't have reasons today. You're just
well, my reasoning, I guess, is because I'm processing this as I'm answering, but I feel like if I'm checked against the wall, then at least I don't have the body falling on me the way that a tackle would.
Maybe.
So that has me leaning check over tackle.
I would take tackle because you're hit once. When you're checked, you hit the boards and then you hit the ice most of the time.
Sure. Yeah, but
you're switching, aren't you?
I don't know that I'm going to feel falling to the ice.
The damage is done.
Yeah, the second fall, it's all over anyway. It's done. Would you rather go to spring training at the beginning of spring training or at the end of spring training?
Beginning.
You'd rather go this week?
Yeah, I would, just because it's the start, right? I mean, it's fresh, it's excitement. I would imagine, just based on the access alone, which is why we all typically try to go to spring training, the access is greater in the beginning than it is at the end.
That might be the case. I've only been to spring training once. Julie and I went ages ago, and we went at the end, and I will tell you it was glorious because we went, and then like the next week was opening day.
Yeah.
And it was the perfect, just kind of like Selection Sunday runs into March Madness. There wasn't enough cool down time. It was like, I just saw baseball in Arizona, and now I'm seeing baseball in Milwaukee. Hell yeah, let's go.
Josh, would you rather Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Frosted Mini Wheats?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
All day.
Yeah. 100%.
Am I the only one that sits down and eats a half a box of cereal now every single time I have cereal?
I have desperately tried to not eat cereal because unless you're eating like, I don't know, just plain bran or whatever, like it's all sugar. It's just all sugar.
Yeah.
It's candy with milk. And yeah. And so eating a half box, that's not good.
Cookie Crisp changed my life when I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh, there was a Reese's Puffs. Oh, perfect.
Me and peanut butter. I don't know.
No, you don't like peanut butter?
Cereal. Not cereal. I do like peanut butter. Just
okay.
If you could give me chocolate anything or peanut butter anything, it's chocolate anything every time.
Sure. Okay, that I understand. Hey, would you rather have a runny nose or a sore throat?
Ooh. I think a runny nose, just completely based on what we do for a living.
Yeah, you're 100,000% right. I have a sore throat. My throat's been killing me all week.
Last a few days.
They should, unless it literally just like kills your voice, which is what has been happening to me. I've been slamming tea, and I'm just going, man, what I wouldn't do for a runny nose instead. Just give me the sniffles. It'd be all about the sniffles.
I have a huge meeting later today with my friends at Pep's Pizza. So would you rather a Pep's legit thin crust pizza or a Pep's thicker crust draft house pizza?
Yeah. This is always a point of contention with people who pick a side. I'm a thin crust guy. I like thin crust pizza. I think that's the way the pizza should be. And otherwise, I'm eating a loaf of bread, and you're putting some toppings on it.
Well,
and I say that about deep dish, and then people say, that's just because you haven't had real deep dish. That's true. There are different types of deep dish where it's not all bread, but I don't need 90% bread with my pizza. It's too much.
I like crunchy pizza. I want my pizza well done, and the best well done pizza out there is thin crust. Now, you can make a draft house pizza well done, and it is crunchy and awesome. So those two choices probably aren't fair, but I too am a thin crust pizza guy.
There you go. Hey, would you rather be an Olympic curler or an Olympic badminton player?
Curler, a lot less moving.
Yeah, but there's a lot. I mean, you saw the way that you're sweating out there. Like, I don't, just because you're not running all over the place, you're still busting your butt. I don't know if a lot of people realize too, just the amount of finesse that goes into curling. Like, I know people go like, oh, let's go curling. There are places to go curl. Is that how you say it? Be a curler?
Yeah, you
curl.
Yeah, you go curling.
You go.
What are you doing tonight? I'm going to go curl.
You go curl? Is it like bowling?
You go bowl?
You bowl?
You go curl? Somebody listening, listen.
This is wrong. We don't know.
Hello. 710, the game in Duluth, Superior. You guys invented the sport, apparently. Is it, I'm going to go curl now? Hang on, I got a curl tonight. Is that what you say?
Right, because, I mean, I know you say you go curling. You don't go play curling. Like, people don't say you go play bowling, right? You go bowling.
Well, you go bowling.
Curling. Right.
You go curling.
But then you say, like, oh, tonight I have to bowl. You say, tonight I have to curl. Is that the terminology? Sounds weird, but I don't know. I don't know. Either way, I'm with you. Olympic curler.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law fan talk and text line. Some good ones coming in here. Would you rather see UW Green Bay in March Madness or the Milwaukee Bucks make it to the playoffs?
Oh, that's the easiest one for you.
Easiest ever.
And for me, right now, I'm still going UWGB because I don't think I want the Bucks to tank. I want to get a good draft pick.
I absolutely want GB in March Madness. That would be amazing.
It's funny. I actually had a UWGB in tournament question for you. I'm going to ask.
Well, give it to me.
Would you rather UWGB win the NIT or the Badgers make the Final Four in March Madness?
Ooh. Phoenix.
Really?
I would rather pick GB to win the NIT.
But it's the NIT.
I don't care. It's winning a dude. When you are listen, people give us the business behind the scenes a lot. I actually heard yesterday from a sources where people in Milwaukee are continually annoyed about how much we talk about UWGB. Here's a big fat I don't care. I'm in Green Bay. The whole purpose of the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network is to cover the state. And the opportunity that we have not only to talk to Doug Gottlieb every Wednesday at 8 a.m., which makes us closer to the GB program, but also my personal involvement over the last 7 years. Couple those things together, I am GB for life, okay? With that being said, being GB for life has not been easy here in Northeast Wisconsin for some time.
I understand that. But it's also a Wisconsin State program making it to the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
I think the answer has to be the Badgers in the Final Four.
Well, good news. It was my question.
Yeah, it's true.
Would you rather find out from the 612 on the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line that Sasquatch is real by approaching you while you're hiking in a forest, or you find out spirits are real by having poltergeist encounter in your house?
100% Sasquatch.
I would rather see Sasquatch 8 days a week.
Yep.
Than anything remotely close to that in my house.
If I see Sasquatch, I go, okay, there he is. I'm going to live anywhere else. Spirits follow me. And if they're only in that house, I don't know that. Now I'm freaking out that they're everywhere. No matter where I go for the rest of my life, I'm in the car, I'm going to the bathroom, doesn't matter where. Absolutely get me away from the spirits.
I do believe in the spirits. I do not believe in the Sasquatch. Josh, what else you got?
I'm looking at some of the other ones here on the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line. Let's see. The 414 said another reason why the end of spring training is better is the weather. I've done it early and late is always the best weather. I just assumed that the weather there would be good all the time. That's an interesting.
What am I missing?
An interesting one I didn't think about.
When I was in college at Eau Claire, I went to Brewer spring training in Sun City, Arizona. Best spring break I ever had. And I met Euchre and Yount and Molitor from the 920. That's definitely the way to go.
Okay. I mean, this one from the 262. Would Josh rather have the Bucks win the championship this year and Giannis stays on the bench the rest of the season, or Giannis plays and they tank? What kind of question is it? Of course, win the championship.
Would you rather?
Yeah, win the championship. Win championships.
But buddy, that's not a no-brainer.
How?
Would you rather for you?
The reason why they have to tank is because they can't win a championship.
No, that's not the question.
But I'm saying
question
I wouldn't want them to tank if they had a championship caliber team that could run it all.
The question is referencing whether you're a Bucks fan or a Giannis fan. That's what they're getting at. And so far, everything that you've said in regard to the Giannis thing this year was Team Giannis over Team Bucks. That's why that's a relevant question.
But he didn't say that Giannis isn't on the Bucks anymore. He said that Giannis is on the bench. He's still there. Giannis gets another ring.
Look at all the GB love coming in. Trevor, I actually appreciate the GB talk. I actually follow most games now, and Gottlieb's Wednesday edition is the best. I'd love to have beers with him. Careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
It's a late night.
Yeah.
Jacob in a van, would you rather have for a breakfast sandwich biscuit/bagel or English muffin? So that's a 3-bagger. Would you rather? Would you rather a biscuit, a bagel, or an English muffin? I have an answer. What's yours?
I go bagel. Bagel. I like bagel. Yep.
Is it a bagel or a bagel?
Bagel.
Yeah, I think so too. You ever meet somebody
all the time?
Hey, pass me the bag. What?
The bag. The bag. The bag.
Bag. I can't. Mine's English muffin all day.
Really?
We don't have them in my house for a reason because they disappear quick.
Okay, so this is really funny. We have one from the 920 here who said, would you rather hit a hole-in-one in golf or bowl a 300 in bowling? That's a classic would you rather. So I'll let you answer that first. But it's funny enough because my last would you rather that I had for today ties into that. But first answer that one.
Mine's a hole-in-one.
Okay.
I've come close to a 300. I think I had 9 in a row.
Okay.
And then fell apart. I think I bowled a 279. It's not that I wouldn't enjoy that, but the hole-in-one is a hole-in-one.
Yeah, I've talked to a bunch of different people about this, and golfers say getting the 300 games more difficult, and bowlers say the hole-in-one's more difficult. My question for you was, would you rather have a 299 in bowling or be inches away from a hole-in-one? Either way, you're telling the story of you came short.
I would rather have inches away from a hole-in-one because I have done that. But if you leave a 10 pin on the final strike for a 300, that my buddy Jason would say my face is going to tingle tomorrow because I am getting blasted that night. Are you serious? 299? Have you done that?
So when I was 16, I had a 299 game. I didn't have my 300 until I don't know, 6 years later. And when I got that $2.99 game, my coach, who was in a league, youth league, went down, picked up the pin, it was an 8-pin, that I didn't knock down, and handed it to me and said, "Here's the one you missed. Happy $2.99." And I was like, that doesn't make me feel any better that you gave me the one pin I didn't knock down. Thanks for the trophy, the reminder. Not fun.
Here's an interesting one. Would you rather, from the 612, this is Matt in Minneapolis, would you rather have every Wisconsin sports team win the biggest game of their sport all in the same year? So we're talking World Series, NBA championship, Super Bowl, Final Four, I mean, all of it. And then they guarantee suck for the next 10 years, all of them. Or would you rather have all the teams be great for 10 years with chances for a championship, but the big win isn't guaranteed? This is easy.
Yeah, this has to be the in contention, but not guaranteed. If it was one team, there's more of a conversation.
Wait. Which one are you choosing?
I'm choosing not all of them winning a championship.
That's the wrong answer.
A whole decade of no team in Wisconsin
One
sports?
year of every team in Wisconsin sports winning a championship?
Dude, a whole decade of sucking is bad.
There is no more decade. If every Wisconsin sports team won the championship, Wisconsin would be no more.
Well, that's also bad. I would like us to still exist.
What a hell of a way to go, though.
I understand what you're saying, but I think one of the beautiful things, like about the Bucks, right? When the Bucks won, then if the Bucks weren't going to be good for 5 years, I could still watch the Packers be in contention. If you're telling me that not one Wisconsin team for 10 years was going to be competitive in any way, shape, or form for a decade, how am I a sports fan? I have nothing to look forward to for a decade of my life.
Well,
that's
you still
a lot.
get to watch the games.
Yeah, I get to watch them lose.
But if I don't know, I would absolutely choose 10 years of misery in Wisconsin sports for 1 year of absolute heaven on cheese earth.
See, I would do that for the Brewers, knowing that then I could still watch the Badgers, the Packers, the Bucks, if the Brewers won one and then completely fell apart. But if I couldn't turn to those other sports for a decade, that's crazy.
You can turn to them. I mean, I'll still be a fan even if they're losing. When I was in Las Vegas this last year, I did a bet on the Packers to win the Super Bowl and a separate bet on the Brewers to win the World Series. And the person that I did the ticket counter thing with, because I don't really like the machines, I like the human interaction. She says, you could parlay these together. And I said, ma'am, if the Brewers win the World Series and the Packers win the Super Bowl in the same year, I don't think Wisconsin's going to exist anymore.
Yeah, I won't be able to cash this in.
I won't be back. That would be amazing. Doug Gottlieb, absolutely amazing. He joins us at the top of the next hour like he does every week, 8 a.m., 8:01-ish, the Doug Gottlieb Show portion of Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Here's one more from the 906. Would you rather go to Matt LaFleur's Hall of Fame introduction or go curling?
No, I'd rather go to the Hall of Fame induction.
Curling.
That means that there's a reason that he was in the Hall of Fame. Packers must have done something good.
Yeah, that's valid. All right, Doug Gottlieb joins us when we come back on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. If you've got questions for Coach Gottlieb, get them in. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law fan talk and text line. A big game for GB tomorrow. The first time in many a year, Green Bay Phoenix men's basketball will be on national television tomorrow on ESPN2. We'll talk to Coach Gottlieb next on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Your fan weather forecast brought to you by Habish, and Rotier is sunny conditions. They'll continue all day today with a high of 36 degrees, and it's currently 26 degrees here in Milwaukee.
I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't tell me that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, it's great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my light beer from Miller. I love them. These fans know I drink light because it's less filling and it tastes great. Good seats, huh?
You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I must be in the front row.
Come on.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer and less.
Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag. He missed the tag.
I don't know how old that commercial is, but it will bring a smile to my face every single time.
Absolutely, it will.
Baseball is back, baby. There's Bob Uecker in the ever-famous Must Be in the Front Row Miller Lite commercial from yesteryear. Doesn't feel like summer without him, so we thought to grab his voice in a funny take and reminisce about what was the greatest broadcast career of all time, Bob Uecker. What's up, Wisconsin? Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht.
Hi.
Inside Wisconsin Sports, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, live on YouTube and Twitter. And joining us now live on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Doug Gottlieb, head coach of UWGB men's basketball. Dougie Buckets, happy Wednesday, buddy.
Happy Wednesday. I was down in Milwaukee last night. I went to a high school game. And it was one of those like all-time backfires when you're a coach recruiting, where you go to see a kid and 2 minutes in, he sprains his ankle and he's done. And you're sitting there going like, what's the protocol here? You know? And it was a moment where being the head coach is dope. It's way better than being the assistant coach, right? Like I get my own room on the road. You know, there's a lot more perks to it. But if I was an assistant, I could have Irish exit, you know. But I'm the head coach. I'm like, so I watched the whole game, but it was like one of those like, are you kidding me? And I did it right. Like I was there early. I introduced myself to all the dignitaries. I was ready. Was focused, and it happens. So anyway,
when that happened, though, did you stick around and go, wait a minute, there's another kid that I wasn't here to recruit that I'm now interested in?
No, there was another kid that I really wanted to watch as well. But I mean, the game, it was. I stayed, so I stayed the whole game. I mean, I'm not leaving, and it was.
I've just heard of these stories where a coach sticks around and sees a kid. They're like, damn, look at this guy.
Well, usually that's when it's like one of those multi-court places where you're on court one, and you're like, I'm gonna go in the auxiliary gym, and there's some dude that looks like Shaquille O'Neal dunking. You're like, I like that one. That one's good.
Yeah, that's how a lot of like Disney movies start. Like,
all right, Josh, before you ask your first question, I want to give Doug the floor because I got a text from Doug Gottlieb on Friday morning that said, can I please come on the radio and talk to Josh about his Shams tweets? To which I said, Josh is off. But
I didn't even know you
floor,
followed me on Twitter. Let's go. Yeah.
I don't know if I do or it's my algorithm or whatever, but what is your issue with Shams Charania?
You mean
specifically with Giannis and his tweets? Again, and I'm actually saying this out of a lack of knowledge. And just this is a weird thing for me. Like, there's lots of things that have happened in the world over the last couple months that I don't know. Like, I don't know because I just decided, like, I'm just shutting everything off. I'm worried about us, teams we're going to play, players we're going to recruit. That's about it. Like, I watched a little bit of the Kansas game the other night. I've watched Wisconsin play a couple times, watched Marquette play. But for the most part, it's been mid-major basketball and most specifically GB basketball. And I mean, I know some of the trade deadline stuff and we talked about it, but what's your issue with Shams?
So Shams was the one that first broke the news saying that Giannis was unhappy and that he wanted to be on a new team before the February 5th trade deadline. When that news broke, I mean, it flipped us here in sports radio. It flipped everything on its head. And that became the story. And then, Giannis would come out and he'd say, like, I'm focusing on my team. I'm in here. And people were like, well, yeah, but you're not denying the rumor. And then it just kept coming. And then there was more from Shams of he's unhappy. And now the Bucks are listening. And then Windhorse would come in and say, yeah, he wanted to be a Knick. And it just made this fire get bigger and bigger. And it was all per sources, per league sources, per sources. And then nothing happened. And then nothing, just like he's reported for years and years and years and years of Giannis wants out. Giannis shouldn't be a Milwaukee Buck. It's time for the Giannis to move on from the Milwaukee Bucks. And it didn't happen. And instead, then Giannis is posting a video saying, from Wolf of Wall Street, saying, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. And so I don't know necessarily if that is a Shams specific driven narrative or if that is he's getting a paycheck from a television company that is saying make good content and position things in a way that's going to get videos of you on Twitter going viral and creating more of this narrative.
So you're saying that Shams made it up for content?
I'm saying I don't know necessarily that.
Do you think that Giannis is happy?
Yes. Being in Milwaukee or with the way that things are going this season? I don't think he's happy losing. He's a competitor. He's not happy with the way the team's doing.
With his future with the Milwaukee Bucks.
I think he is happy with the city of Milwaukee and being in Milwaukee, which was what a lot of narratives said it's time for him to move on
Josh,
from Milwaukee.
Here's the problem, dude. You're really personalizing it. And if you're good to me in the media, you understand that. So again, what you're saying is Shams has no credibility because that would completely eliminate any of his credibility on anything he does. If that in fact is if what you're saying is true. Or maybe they just didn't get offered a good enough deal and they're going to wait until the offseason to when there's a better deal and it makes more sense timing wise, which feels about right. Plus, if you wait longer, okay, you can figure out whose draft pick is actually valuable because of the draft lottery and finds out where it rests.
Yeah, but Doug, this isn't something that just happened for the 2 weeks or 2 months before the trade deadline. This has been a narrative that's been pushed with Giannis literally since before the Bucks won the championship. Of Giannis shouldn't be in Milwaukee.
Yeah, but
Giannis
again, was Shams?
He was
putting
part of
that
it.
Out.
Yeah,
was Shams putting that out? Again, my guess is here's the thing: what people say to the media or what they put out on social media, Josh, and what is real life are usually not the same things. So both of these things could be true. He can be happy in Milwaukee. He can be fine with staying in Milwaukee and like Milwaukee and want to be traded to the New York Knicks. Like, I think we all agree that he's going to get traded. It's going to happen. It just didn't happen.
Wait a minute. Did you just say not everything on social media is actually real? That's why I send the letter with my Christmas card to make sure you know that everything I put on Facebook is real. Sorry. Just worth
that was so left field.
Yeah. Yeah, he was over there
I got
picking
a bunch of
daisies.
stuff to get off my chest. Okay, I don't have a radio show, so I got stuff I want to get off my chest.
Well, okay,
where are we starting?
Let's start with the Durbin trade. Let's start with the Durbin trade.
All right, but you're wrong. You're wrong about Giannis. All right, go ahead.
I'm not wrong about Giannis.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. If you're gonna, you can't just throw that in my face and then be like, all right, time to move on.
Again,
I got thoughts about Durbin.
What do you? Are you close with Giannis and Giannis's people?
No, but I
Did
sure
Giannis
damn
call
wish
you
I
up and
was.
say, Josh, I
Only in my
love
dreams.
Milwaukee. I want to stay in Milwaukee.
Oh,
for a long
I
time,
would,
for a long
I
time.
would save that and
That's
listen
my
to it
Giannis
every
voice,
night
by the
before I
way.
went to bed. It's not bad. It's not a bad Giannis impression.
Best
If I
I can
had
do.
that, if I had that voicemail, I would wrap my phone in bubble wrap to make sure I never lost it.
My guess is, here's how it usually works: is it's his agent. Everybody gets the info through the agents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is, if you guys remember, I got sued by it was like the lawsuit was completely, it was very beatable. I just didn't have money. But with Freddie Freeman, when Freddie Freeman came from the Braves to the Dodgers, you can go and do the research. And the point is that there are people that will tell you things that are not always true. But my guess is with Shams, he has very high level and multi sources in it. And it's probably the agent and then somebody within the Bucks and then probably somebody within the Knicks. I mean, that's just how it works.
If that's the case, I would start questioning anything I heard from Giannis's agent, because he's making Shams look like a fool year after year when nothing happens.
But that's what your job is to do. You're like, oh, we're all about wherever we are. Like when I was at ESPN, again, you guys can look this one up. I broke the SEC was expanding and bringing in what was it? Missouri and Texas A&M. You guys can Google this one during a break. Okay. And what had happened was Texas was going to join the SEC, or Texas was going to join the Pac-10 before it became the Pac-12. And that was a real thing. And it was going to happen. And, overnight, the Big 12 gave a whole bunch of money to Texas to get them to stay in the Big 12. And they got cold feet and they changed their mind. And so everybody who was the newsbreakers at ESPN got cold feet when I had the story. Like, I called them, I'm like, this is happening. I know, because the basketball coaches at Texas, this is exactly what happened. They were playing in a summer deal in France. And the assistant athletic director came and met with them and a bunch of boosters and said, tomorrow we're announcing we're joining the SEC. I talked to several people in the basketball program. They're like, this absolutely happened. It's like, really? Like, yeah. And Missouri's coming, and then they're going to try and get, I think, Georgia Tech and Clemson. I think that was the plan. And so if you look, and then I ran it up the chain at ESPN. I tried to give it to all the college football guys, all the reporters, and they're like, dude, we just got burned with Texas. We're not doing it. So I put the story out there after running it through the chain of command at ESPN. Missouri's athletic director at the time comes out and says, like, what the hell does Doug Gottlieb know about Missouri athletics? We're not going anywhere. We're blah, 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 blah. And then 2 days later, Missouri's joining the SEC. Okay, Josh, if you're going to do this, understand that everybody lies. Everybody has the greatest fan. We got the greatest fans ever. And then the second the camera's off, it's like, I hate our fans. That's what people do. Okay?
Wonderful.
Giannis doesn't want to be in Milwaukee anymore. It's over. It's done. He's going to go to a big market. And he's going to go to, he probably wanted to go to Golden State, and they just didn't have the assets.
I feel like this is my fault. All right. Let's move on to the Caleb Durbin trade. You want to talk? What's up with that?
Do we think the Brewers front office has done a really good job?
Well, they'll tell you they will, and then they'll turn and go, man, we haven't done crap, because all they do is lie. Everyone lies. It's the whole point.
No. Do we think, have they built a really good club?
The best club that they can build with the budget that they have. Yes,
They absolutely have.
So everybody likes Durbin, puts the ball in play. He's going to go to Boston. That makes sense, right? Yankees had him before. Like, it's awesome for the Red Sox. It's a big to the Yankees. But they went and got a dude that they evaluated as a big time arm, right? I mean, again, they should have earned the equity with their fan base that these guys know what they're doing and know how to, within being cost effective, how to continue to be the best team in the regular season. And the only thing keeping them from the way to win in the postseason for them is not with guys that put the ball in play. The best way to win in the postseason is to have 2 or 3 arms like Miz that come out and just wipe you out, right? Power pitching beats power hitting in the playoffs. That's how you win. And so it doesn't mean it's going to work. And God forbid the kid gets hurt because all the young pitchers seem to get hurt, whatever. But I'm always blown away by fans who love what a front office does in building a roster with guys that they see value in that other people miss on. Then they make a trade and you're like, these guys don't know what they're doing. Like, what? They know so much more than we know. That's it.
Valid. Let's stay on the Brewers for a hot second. I don't think the state of Wisconsin knows how close you are with our Brian Anderson. Tell us that story.
BA, we worked together. I think it was CBS. Yeah, we worked together CBS. The first game was Washington, UCLA on CBS 2000 and I'm going to say 12 or 13. So yeah, the thing about BA that's different than all these other guys, okay? And I do not want him to get this because then he'll think I'm kissing his butt because he hates this, right? And Trevor, you can speak to this. Every guy in the media who's like 40 and over and has made it, and clearly he's made it, they all go like, hey man, if there's anything I could ever do to help you, let me know, right? And then you go like, hey, could you, like, yeah, I don't know. Brian Anderson is the singular best human being in the world of broadcasting at mentoring young broadcasters because he will legitimately listen or watch your tape, give you feedback, and then if he thinks you're good, he will call bosses of whomever and say, you should use this guy. I've never met anybody like that. Tarico's in that conversation too, but doesn't take as much of a hands-on approach. But BA's the absolute best.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm still calming down. I'm still calming down from before and looking at it.
I can take this, Josh, if you want to hang out.
Blowing up. No, the question that I had for you, Doug, was I'm watching the Badgers last night. Amazing comeback over Illinois. And I was thinking, like, obviously now you are, and you have been all in on UWGB, but when you're watching the rest of the state, like, how are you viewing that game? If you're watching
it's interesting because some of what we'd done, we didn't steal from Wisconsin. Like Wisconsin and our team, there's some similarities to what they do and how when they changed their offense when Kirk Penny came in a couple years ago. There's some similarities to what we do. What Illinois does is also similar. They play 5 out, whereas Wisconsin runs something called Euro. So yeah, those are 2 teams that I watch a good deal of. I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch last night because, as I said, I was over at Dominican High School watching a game, and I could not, and I chose not to watch on my phone. I do know it was a big comeback. I do have an opinion on the Indiana game. Did you guys talk about that? The calls at the end of the game?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The last call was a good call. And here's why. It's considered an automatic when there's contact and somebody falls down, specifically the ball handler. It's an automatic. Those officials have to make a call. That's how they're taught. And if you look there, I think Blackwell's leg kind of got wrapped up and tangled, and that was the call. The one before, the offensive foul, did look like an offensive foul. The problem with it was the refs violated the number one tenet of those type of plays, which is you have to call the first foul, right? Indiana was reaching and fouled a bunch of times. They didn't call it. So then when he gets the ball and he runs over the kid from Indiana, you're like, well, that's an offensive foul. Like, yeah, but you missed like 3 fouls beforehand, and that would have changed dramatically the game. So just and I've gotten better with the officials in terms of being more conversational, not confrontational. Detroit Saturday, Mark got a technical and I didn't. I was like, man, he's out there, man. You should keep an eye on that one. But in terms of Indiana, Wisconsin, and I think Greg knows that it's considered an automatic. And like Greg's done this a long time, so Coach Guard's really good, and he also comes from kind of the old school, which is, and I'm of that as well, which is like Just because there's contact and guys fall down doesn't mean there's a foul. Sometimes it's initiated by the offense. It's hard to tell. You don't have to call something every time, but officials are told, like, it's an automatic. Two guys make contact, ball handler goes down. There's got to be a foul somewhere. It doesn't mean it has to be on the defense. And in this case, it probably was on the defense.
UWGB men's basketball head coach Doug Gottlieb joining us on Inside Wisconsin Sports. DG, you and the program play on national TV tomorrow night. Let's go. First time in how many years?
6, I was told. 2020. So I guess right before COVID. I guess that's what happens when UWGB is on national TV is they just shut down the world of sports. So
goody.
Yeah. So so we have $12 tickets, $2 beers. There's literally no excuses. Fort Wayne's really good. We're battling for third place in the league. Max Nelson's an Appleton kid. He was roommates at Valparaiso with Rudy back in the day. So we're fired up. I know they're fired up, and it should be a lot of fun at the Crest.
It's a Would You Rather Wednesday, Doug. And
I have a Would You Rather for you guys too.
Okay, mine for you was, and this is kind of based off of one of Trevor's answers earlier. Would you rather see your UWGB Phoenix make it into the first 4 of the March Madness tournament or win the NIT?
First 4.
Okay.
If we are so fortunate to win the Horizon League tournament, I think right now I saw Wright State would probably be a 14 seed, which is probably about right, 13, 14, I think. If we make it, obviously Ken Palm loves us, so we'd probably be more 15. But I honestly love, like, first 4 I think is awesome for 16 seeds. Like, you get your own game on national TV, you get a game that you can legitimately win. I mean, think about this. If you play a high major. Yeah, did you guys see Rick Pitino's comments yesterday on what he thinks? He thinks that he thinks the Big East should have basically a floor and a cap of $9 to $11 million for their NIL, right? $9 to $11 million. So I need you to understand that in March Madness, the reason there were no upsets is because they're at $10 million and we're not.
Yeah, right.
It's a different sport anyway. But if you play a team at your level, you can be super competitive, win a game, and even though it's on a smaller platform, if it's still on True TV this year, that is, you own the night, and you get to win an NCAA tournament game. And by the way, then you're playing with house money when you do play in the NCAA tournament. Granted, you're playing against a 1 seed, but it has been done before. Very unlikely to happen nowadays, but it has been done before.
So are you saying you'd rather be a 16 seed getting that play-in game in the first 4 than a 15?
Yes.
And only having the 1 game?
Yes.
Interesting.
I also believe that whoever wins our league is a true double round robin deserves to go to the NCAA tournament, even if it's not us. Now, next year that'll change because we won't have a true double round robin. But if you win our league outright, that means you've won. I mean, again, like if Wright State wins the league, that in truth, they should give us the best chance to win games in the NCAA tournament. They have shown themselves to be the best team. And so that's how I think you value the regular season. But you can only do that in true double round robin leagues, which we're one of the few that still exist. The Big East being one of the other ones. But at the mid-major level, more exist. But yeah, and then I think whoever wins the tournament should go to the NIT. Do we even still have the NIT?
Yeah, it still exists.
Okay.
This is a fairly absurd conversation because a year ago, Doug, people were calling for your head. And now this year we're talking about first to hear it, huh? Now GB's completely turned around, potentially going to make a run in the Horizon League tournament. And somebody just texted in wondering if you will leave if you get a bigger D1 job. What the hell matrix am I living in?
I don't know. We got practice today. Let's just figure out, make sure we're all going the right. We all got our shorts on right. I've had that problem in the past. Okay, can I give you the would you rather?
Yeah, that was funny though.
Okay, if we are so fortunate to get one of the top 5 seeds in the Horizon, Okay. We have a choice. The women and Kayla Karius already won, clinched the 1 seed. They've won the league, right? So they play Wednesday of that week. It's first week in March. I don't know what that is. Wednesday, March 4th, I think. They play at home here at the Crest. So we have two choices. Choice one, double header on Wednesday. They play at 5:30. We play at 8. Choice two, we play on Tuesday night at 7. They play on Wednesday night at 7. What's better?
Give me the Wednesday. Give me the all day. Just everyone get in there. Don't leave.
The problem is they have to empty the arena and then come back in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's the stupid part.
Yeah,
I hate that part,
okay.
especially because the Horizon League's involved with the tournaments and ticketing
That's
and all the
stupid.
things. So
All right,
I
now
think you
now
have to
split
take the
days.
game before. The problem with the doubleheader, which we've done in the past, by the way, DG, is that a lot of people that go to both don't stick around for the men's game because it's so late. So I think the men's attendance will be higher on a Tuesday night at 7 than a doubleheader on a Wednesday night at 8. What do you prefer?
I mean, the high school model of women first, men second would be awesome, but emptying the arena. And I mean, if we're honest, they're going to mollywump whoever they play, right? Like it's going to be,
True.
Can we run this clock here? Right. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly can't even conceptualize us finishing in the top 5. Again, we have really difficult. Every game's a war in this league. We're all about the same, I don't know. I do feel like the doubleheader would be awesome for our collective programs, but I also think that's a tall ask of people to go like, hey, we need you to get in there at 5:25 and then stay in there. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I love the idea of the doubleheader, but the execution of it seems like back-to-back nights is probably the better one. The great thing about our setup is, we have the Dick Bennett gym, so everybody, and then we have the auxiliary, the intramural gyms as well, the north-south. So there's plenty of space for people to warm up. That's not really an issue. And it is really cool. The guys are sitting there watching the girls, and then, end of the third quarter, we're going to the locker room, guys, just like in high school. Like that would be really cool. But I do think the empty in the arena, the length of the college game, is probably a little long. I don't know. Probably Tuesday than Wednesday.
Yeah. All right, Doug, would you rather ask one more question about GB right now and then get on with your day, or sit through a break and join us for one more segment? Your call.
One more segment. Because we still got to get to Bad Bunny. We got to get to Valentine's Day.
God.
Right. We still
got
need
to get
have
to Dick Bennett is what we got to get to.
No. We got to
Coach
get to
Bennett's
love tips and Valentine's Day plans from Doug Gottlieb. We're going to help our listeners. If you're
Help a brother
struggling
out.
on what to do for Valentine's Day,
I'm
Gottlieb.
inventing a new segment. It's called Help a Brother Out.
Well, let me take a break then, and we'll come back with Help a Brother Out with Doug Gottlieb. He's joining us on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Executive decisions. Here we go.
Giannis forever.
So I'm writing an essay on cats.
How's Chris Paul? I don't think he can handle athletically. But he can change his body.
I've been really trying, trying to hold back.
Welcome to the Love Connection segment with Doug Gottlieb. What could go wrong?
Hold on. Here it comes.
I got the come on. Oh, come on. Woo. Let's get it on.
Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Doug Gottlieb joining us for another segment because, frankly, at this point, we can't get it all in one segment. Maybe this will stick. We'll see.
Pause.
DG, you had a lot of love advice for us that we teased last week. So
I didn't have a lot of love advice.
Yeah, you
I
did.
just again, don't take the bait of, babe, I don't want anything for Valentine's Day. You know, I don't The flowers are so overpriced. Just don't. Like, no. Day. No, just think of yourself like I'm Jewish, like a Jewish grandma. When you say, "Grandma, I'm full. I can't have any more food." Boom, whole plate of food, right? They say they don't want roses, roses. And now, if you really want to do it right, obviously, if you have kids, you got to take care of your daughters, with some sort of treat note. Mother-in-law or potential mother-in-law, also like a note is a class one. But they love cards. Love cards. It's a big thing. I mean, Trevor knows this, right? I mean, he's going to write War and Peace to his wife. That's
true. It's true. He's got
he's
half a novel
like,
written
I
so
get
far.
it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Half a book so far. He's not done yet.
I get it. But now the dinner thing is that's a boondoggle, right? Yeah, every restaurant's already booked up and whatever. I don't think dinner is as important as when they open their eyes that morning that there's card, probably some candy, some sort of floral something.
So what are your feelings on the, hey, we've been married for a while. I don't spend a bunch of money on the candy and flowers when it's overpriced on Valentine's Day. It's 70% off the next day. You can get me more candy the next day.
Josh,
just give it to me on the 15th.
I thought I'm the only Jewish one on this show.
You are.
My buddy Adam Klug, my old producer. That's what he does. He has actual working agreement with his wife. Hey, babe, I'm going to get you the most beautiful floral arrangement on February 15th of every year. And it worked for them. But unless you have that agreement in hand, signed, blood oath, don't do it.
Yeah. My wife prefers the candy over the flowers.
Okay.
And she will, if I give her the candy on Valentine's Day, she will be appreciative, but then it will be gone. And she will be like, so you could have probably afforded to get more candy if I would have just waited one day. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Well, you can get her the candy the second day, but if she eats the candy the first day, then you've won. You're good. You're good. It's when they sit there and they look at it and they're like, well,
do you ever really win, Doug? I don't know that I've
No, you never
won.
win. You just
I've
you're
been married
okay
for over
breaking
a
even.
decade.
You get to somehow sleep in the same bed.
It's a tough schedule. I play. I don't know that I come away with many wins.
I got it.
Can't see. My eyes are all watery. Oh my God, was that funny?
I can't believe he goes, if I wait one more day, like literally my boy Adam Klug, I'm gonna show this to him. He's like, that's my bit. That's my bit.
That's my move. Everyone's got their move. Listen, I always think that the cards, the flowers, the candy, I feel like more and more I've heard from women over the years that have said it's, don't you spend money all on that on one day, but then the rest of the year you don't, it's almost like a cop out. They don't want that now. You got to do something else. You got to get more creative. You got to try to figure something else out.
Yeah.
The game's changing, Doug. The game's changing out here.
It's a lot like college athletics, right? Back in the day, college athletics, right? Like universities had upper hand. If you wanted your release, you had to come in and ask your coach for his release. Couldn't transfer in conference, all these other things. Okay. Nowadays, right, the players have a lot more control, a lot more power. It's the same thing. Like my dad, I never saw my dad make a meal in his life, right? Ever. My dad come home, he'd be like, I'm really hungry. And then just sit down. And then there was food there. You're like, that's amazing. Like, is there an app you're pressing? I don't know. I was married for 20 years. That never happened once.
Yeah.
I lived in Westport, Connecticut. I'd take the train in. I'd bust my ass just to get back just in time for the kid get there for like 30 minutes for the kids to get to bed. Right? I had to get them all riled up. We'd get them to bed. I'd walk downstairs, starved. And there's nothing.
Nothing.
So,
okay.
The days are changing. Days are changing. We have no control over anything. So again, if they say they want nothing, you better get them something. Definitely a card when they wake up that morning. Probably a coffee, Starbucks, whatever they do. Okay, and then the rest of the day there has to be little nuggets of thought. Doesn't have to be expensive, but thought. And then again, I would recommend if you have daughters, mother-in-law, potential mother-in-law, just a note or a text or whatever, just all the different things. It's a lot like Mother's Day, right? Make sure you hit all the connecting dots.
One more, then we got to go. What did it mean to have Dick Bennett there at the game this past weekend?
Well, it meant, as I said, everything. It's not just that, though. Like, that was a brutally physical game. Like, Mark Montgomery has done a tremendous job at Detroit. I think they were in fourth place. Like, they've won 7 league games, and he's done a great job. But to win the way we won, Trevor, we gave up 21 points, I think, in the first half. Just now and gets a little bit more physical. It's 19 points in the first half. And we had to win a grinder. We held them to 28% field goal shooting in the first half. Like, we won with our defense, our toughness. We out-rebounded Detroit. It was a bigger club. So it's one thing to win. It's another thing to impress Coach Bennett. And it's a whole other thing to impress Coach Bennett with our defense, rebounding, post-double, and all those things. So it was huge. I mean, for people who don't know, obviously my dad was the head coach in Milwaukee. Coach Bennett was, I don't think he was at Point at that time. I think he was still a high school coach at that time. But they'd known each other for years. And we actually, my first year out of college, my dad had a tour team, and we played against the Badgers in an exhibition game back when you could play kind of anybody's random college players, So we played the Badgers, and Tony scrimmaged with us like the night before. Tony's been great. So to have the absolute godfather of Green Bay basketball watching one of our games on a Sunday, for him to say he walked away really impressed and he loved how we played, how physical we were, the connectivity of the team, where we're going, progressing. I mean, that's what matters. I'm not saying that fans and alums and all the people who've reached out don't matter, but what matters is what he thinks. He knows what a good basketball program looks like. And if he thinks we're doing the right things, then we're doing the right things.
Next time you're on, Doug, we're going to do a little rapid fire because a lot of people have questions in here about their love life that I guess we have to ask you.
Go.
So,
we got time.
No,
Go.
we can't.
We
don't have
come
time.
on.
We gotta
just come on. Go.
Can you rapid fire anything though?
Yes.
You sure?
But you're filibustering the rapid fire.
Oh, am I? Or is this?
This is the best.
Okay. That's what this just said. This segment's the best ever. Jeremy from Racine wants to know, can you come down and scout his 7th grader, please?
No.
There it is. Good.
No.
That's rapid fire. Okay, stop. Next question. What do you think about something engraved for your girlfriend/wife? Apparently that means a lot.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I wouldn't go tattoo unless it's wife tattoo, but engraved is fine. It does show a lot of thought and preparation. Okay.
Last one. Would you make breakfast in bed?
Oh yeah. But we know what
Perfect.
follows
All right.
breakfast
Well,
in
there.
bed.
That we had time.
We know
for
what
3
follows
rapid
breakfast
fires.
in bed.
Nice
Little
thing.
music. Lock the door.
Don't let the kids.
Wait,
Most
no,
of this
is
was
a
rated
bad
PG.
song. This is not. You can't play this song.
Why?
End of the road.
Oh, is that
this
over?
I'll Make Love to You.
Oh, that's
by
I'll Make
Boyz II
Love
Men.
to You. Sorry, I thought that was End of the Road.
Like
Boys to Men.
exactly what you were talking about happens after breakfast.
Sorry about that one. I heard Boys to Men. Okay, Josh isn't old enough to remember mixtapes. And when a girl would break up with you in the 90s, it was a mixtape, and the last song was always End of the Road.
Yeah.
I'm well aware of mixtapes. And I know Boys to Men.
On that note, DG,
throw your clothes
good
on the
luck
floor.
Tomorrow. ESPN 2 if you can't make it to the Crest.
Oh,
The Duke.
Holy mother. Love you, buddy. We'll see you
Love
soon.
you too. Happy Wednesday.
Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline powered by Gruber Law. One call. That's all. Live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. If you missed that last segment or two with Doug Gottlieb, we are so sorry you missed that.
That was gold.
There's
a
a chance we run that back tomorrow.
I think we need to.
It's unreal. Running it back will be Rami Makloff and John Kuhn from 9 to noon. Rami joins us now on Inside Wisconsin Sports for about a minute and a half, bud. Sorry.
No worries. You got a good thing going. Just roll with it. We talk 3 times a week, you guys. That's you get Gottlieb once a week, so I don't mind at all.
That's
Honestly,
Professor of Love,
Doug, for about
Doug
4
Gottlieb.
hours.
Yeah,
do it. don't let me ruin the fun. You know?
I would get so dehydrated. I thought I was going to pass out. I got sweaty when he made one joke in that last segment that I was like, I might go down here.
Yeah, we were in our show meeting. So
let me fill you in. So last week, I don't know how, but at the end of the segment, it came up that we should have Doug stay on an extra segment to be the love doctor to help get people ready for Valentine's Day.
Sure.
And so we ended up doing that. And Doug's talking about, even if your wife says, no, let's not do flowers, or I don't need anything for Valentine's Day, that's a trap. You get something. And then I brought up, and this is how it is with my wife, that she's like, yes, get me something, but I'm okay if I don't get it on that day. Get me more candy after, when it's 70% off. I don't need you to spend the same amount of money on one box of chocolates when you can get 3 boxes of chocolates. She doesn't care about the timing. She cares about the quantity. Okay.
That's great.
Right. So as I say that, he goes, I thought I was the only one that's Jewish on this show. And I went, you are. But that was her take. That's her take. You need it. And then we talked about how the game's changed. The game of Valentine's Day has changed, Rami.
How's that?
We're playing because the box of chocolates and flowers doesn't get it done anymore. We're playing in the nil era, and I don't have donors. Like, this is
sure.
It's oh yeah. Well, he did the basics. He got a box of chocolate and flowers. Like, that's like.
Oh, are we expected to do more?
That's
newly married man here, you guys. So you fill me in. Am I expected to do more?
Is this your first Valentine's Day?
Yes, it is.
Oh, you're screwed.
Well, we're not doing Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day.
It's a trap.
No.
Yes, you are.
No, we're not, because she's from Indiana. She's going back home for her mom's birthday this week.
And there better be flowers for her
waiting
in Indiana.
A card in that car and flowers in the trunk or something. It is a trap.
Yep.
Doug Gottlieb, if he was here right now, would be like, it's a trap.
Be steam.
That's actually a really good idea.
See?
Put the card in the car, so when she gets in the car to leave.
Bingo.
Yeah.
That's why you listen inside
actually,
Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
And she loves cards. I don't really do cards because, like, it's just somebody else's words. You know what I mean? Like, I always get a card and I'm like, all you did was sign this. Like, you just picked this out.
No. That's why you got to get. You get the cheap.
You
get the cheap card. And then you write the message in the card.
But she loves cards. Like, I get a card and I immediately put it in the trash. She's saving them somewhere. I don't know where.
You're right.
I don't know where they go.
Rami, you're right. You should definitely wait to celebrate Valentine's Day. No, dude. Put the card in the car.
Yeah.
Does she listen?
Well, she listens to my show. I don't think she'd be
good. So we have 30 more seconds. You're gonna get flowers delivered to India. You said Indiana?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be flowers waiting for her when she gets there.
Address.
What? Dude, figure it out, Rami. What are you doing?
Well, congrats, Rami. Based on this conversation, you're going to get a second Valentine's Day with your wife. But gotta be honest, it was a close call there for a hot second. Anything to look forward to from 9 to noon other than
always things to look forward to. We got some QB conversation we got to get into. Was Drake May exposed in the playoffs? What to expect from Jordan Love next year? We all hate the NBA All-Star Game and we used to love it. And there's a lot coming up on the show today. So we'll have some fun, and I'm sure Valentine's Day will come up, and I'll talk more about how I hate the Olympics. All that still to come.
Yeah, he's anti-American. He hates America.
I love America. Don't do that. Don't do that.
His mic off. Thanks to Doug Gottlieb. Thanks to Jeff Levering. They're the best. Amazing. Thanks, Rami. We love you and appreciate you.
Yeah.
We're inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. We will see you tomorrow because we're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
And because we're not done yet.